area federal court in Virginia. He walked in, he was in a blue getup. He did not have his legs or hands shackled, which...
Hello. Welcome to my Thursday. Lots and lots of traffic earlier, too. I don't know why. Like, again, I don't know. It seems to be a common trend. Oh, wait, there's a cop. Is that why? See, that's the thing. You're like, why is there traffic? Oh, there's a cop. There's another one. There's two pullovers, and that just makes everyone slow down. I don't know. Both sides of the highway, though. Even the westbound, it looks pretty thick, which is not normal this time of day because everyone's heading into town, not out of town. So I don't know. I really don't want to get up any earlier, but like today, I didn't waste any time. As soon as the vlog was done encoding, I started uploading, and then I started working on the YouTube stuff. Traffic sucks, and you know, that's one of my brother's philosophies of like we get up early, we leave early, so we don't hit traffic, and then we leave work, you know, quote unquote early, meaning like earlier in the day, you know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock the latest, so we don't fight traffic. So his whole thing is we don't fight traffic either way, and yet, you know, stop and go traffic at 5:30 a.m. Unbelievable. Taco lady's got a flag. Look at that. Getting dark and gloomy. Forecast says rain tomorrow. I would not be surprised if we got some today. And I'm sure if I looked, some parts of you know, Phoenix Metropolitan is probably getting some rain. But at least out west where we're at, it's supposed to be tonight into tomorrow. So cold. Just when we start getting a taste of spring, right? It starts tiptoeing to the high 80s. Boom! Back in the low 60s. Don't get too comfortable. That's Mother Nature saying, surprise, mother... Crazy big shop this morning because we did not get our big, massive order in time to do it yesterday. Like literally as we got back and unloaded and we're closing up shop yesterday, I get the order and I'm like, ugh. And I text her, you know, and I can't, really, I'll take the blame. I should have texted her like Tuesday afternoon. Like, hey, why don't you start working on your order now and get it to me tonight or early Wednesday when you come in. Here's a little reminder, poke. I text her in the, you know, mid, you know, it's still early, but she's a breakfast place, so she was busy, and she didn't give me her order until 1 o'clock, and by then it's too late. I'm like, ugh, and her order is the big shop. It's the big shop. So, yeah, we got a big one. Yeah, so the Austin is gonna meet me here at Costco, and we're gonna tag team this, put all the Costco, which is most of it, into the van. He'll go back to the warehouse. I'll continue on to Depot and Shamrock to continue shopping because I should be able to do it all by myself as long as it doesn't rain. Called it. It's starting to sprinkle. As we were walking out of Costco, we could smell like, oh, it smells like rain. And then as soon as we started loading, it just started spitting on us. So, yep, looks like we're getting some rain. Hopefully not too much because I still got 2 stops to make, and the back of my truck's gonna get nice and wet. As I said, my brother met me. He had a van, so we put all the stuff we just bought from Costco in the van, so that's covered. He's going back now to unload that and then start helping my brother and Victor start loading. So I'm headed to Shamrock now to pick up 12 gallons of chocolate soft serve and some quarter-pound wieners, all beef, of course. Listening to Theo Vaughn podcast with Bert Kreischer as a guest, which is awesome. When two of my favorite podcasters are on the same podcast, it's gold. Anyway, one of the things Bert's talking about how he's in therapy right now, and the therapist asked if he had a hobby, and so his first thing was like, "Well, I do stand up." No, I think he said the first thing he said was, "I do a podcast," and they're like, "Well, that's part of your job. Do you have any hobbies?" He's like, "Well, I write jokes," and they're like, "That's definitely your job. Do you not have a hobby?" And he's kind of scratching his head. He's like, I guess I don't. Like, and then they started talking about how like Theo's like, well, you could do this as a hobby. He goes, yeah, but why wouldn't I do that on a podcast? Like, his brain just always thinks about work, and I think that's the brain of a content creator. If you're a content creator, everything can be content in some shape or form, right? Depending on what kind of content you create. But then also an entrepreneur, right? Someone who thinks business-minded, business-centric. They see things and they see a way to make a business out of it, which kind of takes the fun out of it. I mean, the fun is the building, and that's my thing too. Is like I'm having fun right now with YouTube because I'm like starting over, right? Like, even though I'm not actually starting over, I kind of am, right? Like my videos are getting such low views and engagement, even though I've got 800,000 plus subscribers. Like, I'm starting over, and it's exciting. It's fun because everything's growing and it's in the green, and I get to do things my way without having to worry about numbers, right? And so it was just a fascinating conversation because you're hearing them talk about hobbies that become businesses and your job. And I'm like, yeah, I totally get that. That's what happened with YouTube /vlogging. Is it became my business, became my job, and then I did kind of fizzle out, right? I did get kind of burned out, but I also think it was a two-pronged thing. It wasn't that I got burned out completely. It's that I found something else more exciting. I built YouTube to the part where I quit my job and I quote unquote became a full-time YouTuber, full-time content creator, which was the dream. So I conquered that mountain, and I immediately looked for another mountain, and that was live streaming on Twitch. I started streaming on YouTube, and I was building that channel, and when I got that silver play button on Clintus Games and had an opportunity to move over to Twitch as a partner and get paid, like I got a contract to move over to Twitch, that excitement came up again. It was like someone threw gas on the fire. It's like the first fire was Clintus.tv, then the second fire was Clintus Games, and then the third fire was Clintus on Twitch. And ultimately that was the one that like really I went all in on. And I do look back and I do regret letting this channel fizzle out. Even like 2019, 2020, like COVID, when I was like full paid contract on Twitch, my channel was still doing well. Like, I was still doing well. I don't need to get into details on that, but anyway, a fascinating conversation hearing these two guys who are entrepreneurs, businessmen who turned hobbies into businesses, talking about this. And so I'm going to continue listening to this while I'm shopping because I'm curious where this conversation goes about hobbies specifically. So much just happened in like the last 30 seconds. This guy just comes walking into the store as I'm walking out. He just got a big whiff of weed. I was like, damn, someone just hotboxed in their Suburban right before he walked in, because he I think his clothes were still smoking. I was like, starting early, are we, bro? And when I got in the cooler to get my soft serve, the guy was literally coming out with the exact number of cases that I needed. I just bit my nail backwards. That did not feel good. When you catch the front end of it, it's just a little too long. Like, I need to trim that nail. And it went clink. Anyway, I talked to him yesterday, so he knew I was coming. Because I needed 12 gallons of chocolate and 10 gallons of vanilla, and all they had yesterday was vanilla. So I was like, I'll be back tomorrow if you got chocolate. So I got chocolate coming in. I said, awesome. I'll need 6 cases. He knew, because I come walking in, he goes, hey! And I go, hey! Done. And then some whipped cream cheese. This stuff's awesome. I'm not gonna lie, part of me kind of wishes I worked from home. I could smoke a little weed in the morning. Certain strains are just right. Put me in a focused mood. Joe Rogan had this conversation with Andrew Huberman one time about, just like food. Literally everything in the world affects human beings differently because of genetics, because of our DNA, right? That's why we have people of all different shapes, sizes, colors, right? But he was talking about how, like, some people smoke weed and they get lazy. Some people smoke weed and get unmotivated and lack focus, right? Then there's other people who smoke weed and are laser focused and who get shit done and are super productive. And obviously Joe Rogan's one of these people. Kevin Smith, two notable stoners that Seth Rogen, he started multiple businesses around weed. Some of his best scripts he's ever written were when he was high. Like, he openly admits this. Like, he gets high all the time. He's high all day. He's a functioning stoner. And I don't know how much Joe Rogan gets high. I mean, he does a lot of stuff, but he talks about it openly, how, he smokes a joint before this or with that, and he likes to get high when he does this and that. Kevin Smith, smoked joints on his podcast. But my point is, there are certain people who just get dialed in when they smoke weed, and I don't know if I can self-proclaim that, but I feel like that's also kind of how I am. Like, it kind of smooths out all the edges for me, and I'm able to just get stuff done. I have certain sativas that I like when I'm doing yard work, or when I'm working in the garage, or I'm cleaning, or I'm doing like tedious tasks, doing Legos. Man, it's a vibe for me that I really enjoy, that I don't get with alcohol at all. Alcohol is the actual opposite. We drank this weekend. It was a Friday, I think it was. Yeah, it's Friday. And I got a good alcohol buzz going, and yeah, after not drinking for almost 2 months, well, I shouldn't say I didn't drink. I didn't get drunk for 2 months, When I had a drink, it was like a drink with Kate or a drink with Chuck or whatever. Didn't actually get buzzed or drunk, but like Friday, I could say I got drunk, and yeah, not my cup of tea anymore. I enjoy my margaritas, I enjoy my Mai Tais and my mojitos, but it is, I don't need to get drunk. I definitely prefer cannabis. So I think I've said it before, so nothing new. Speaking of alcohol, though, someone shared that they drank last night and woke up early, stayed up late enough and woke up early enough that they still felt drunk enough to not drive the kid to school, so they had to ask their wife. And someone else chimed in that, yeah, been there, except I'm usually the double duty, right? Like, single parent, stayed up too late drinking, have to take the kid to school, and are mad at themselves for drinking, staying up too late. Like, I laughed so hard at that conversation, because I was like, I've never been there. I've never had that. I've never drank so much and stayed up so late that I couldn't function the next day, except for my 21st birthday. My 21st birthday was the only time that's ever happened. I woke up, I don't know what time it was, but I had to take my friend back to his car. This is when I was in college. No, wait, was I in college? No, I wasn't in college, duh. I was living with Tiffany's parents. We were building our house. We were up in North Phoenix, where Tiffany's parents live, but we started in Ahwatukee, and that's where my friend's car was. So I had to drive my friend back to Ahwatukee to get his car. I was so hungover. I probably was legally, if I blew, I probably would blow over the limit, because I woke up, I puked in the shower when I was showering, and drove him back to his car, and I felt like absolute crap. That's like the worst hangover I've ever had in my life, was my 21st birthday, which I guess is okay to have, but that's the only time I can remember drinking that much and being that, like, messed up the next morning. So, props to those who can do it. I can't.
I'm walking around shopping here at Depot, laughing my ass off at Theo and Bert Kreischer. They're reminiscing about some TV show pilot they did years and years ago, and now they're playing back clips from it. This is what I need, just listening to funny stuff while I'm working. Time flies. Gotta make work fun, you know what I'm saying? Gotta make work fun.
4 p.m. Stop and go traffic yet again. I legit can't remember the last thing I vlogged, and I can't remember if I said how busy today was going to be. Yes, I did. I do remember to say that. I didn't get the big shopping order in time, So we had a huge shop this morning. Austin and I split Costco. Then I went to Depot and Shamrock. Had a full load. One of our trucks that was just in the shop had a bunch of codes pop up about the coolant and this and that. And so we didn't want to send that on the Siloam route. So unfortunately, my brother Travis had to take our big Freightliner, which is the slowest truck we have. And it's just big and bulky, and it just sucks. He's still got another probably he's got about still 3 hours left, which sucks. He's not gonna get home until 7 o'clock. That's well over a 12-hour day. I feel terrible. Anyway, and then Austin and I had to go take the other Freightliner to Restaurant Depot to pick up 4 pallets of boxes. Got a smoking deal on boxes, so I bought 3 pallets of one size, 1 pallet of another. And that'll last us about a month, a little over a month or so. And so that's just time consuming, right? You know, doing the shopping and getting the boxes. You have to take the top 2 layers off because the pallet's too tall for our truck. So you have to take the 2 top layers off, then load it. And then when you get back to the warehouse, you have to pull the pallets off, take the boxes, put them back on the pallet. So it's just, it's a whole process. So we didn't even get back to the warehouse and done until 2. And I still had some stuff to do. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I ordered my bread. And Austin and I were just talking about some stuff. We're in a spot right now where we're really trying to figure out direction we want to go in with certain aspects of the business. We're technically in our busy season, but as it warms up, things will start to slow down. And so season came on later, and I think it's going to end early. So it's going to be a shorter season than normal here in Phoenix. The weather's just it's getting hotter. And so snowbirds leave sooner. And then restaurants close. So anyway, I have 1 drop off to make on my way home, and then we're going to go Costco to get something for dinner, and then I have to pick up my niece Victoria because my brother is going to be so late that he's not going to be able to pick her up in time. She has soccer practice, and so of course I live the closest. It's the most convenient for me to pick her up, so that's what we're going to do. Costco and Victoria. No effing way. This is the TV I just bought a month ago. Less than a month ago? A couple weeks ago, right? And it's $300 cheaper? You got to be kidding me. I have got to find out if there's a way to get money back on that. I can return it, and I gotta look into that. I could technically return the TV and then turn and buy it again. Oh my God, I gotta look into that. Oh, Costco's got some plants, strawberry tree bushes, tomatoes, bell peppers, all kinds of garden stuff. Herbs. We got Anaheim peppers, tomatoes, basil. All right, we're back home. I have dinner. I changed my mind 2 times because initially what I wanted to go for was their rotisserie chicken enchilada bake. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. Last 2 times I've gone to Costco for that specific dish, they don't have it. And honestly, nothing else really kind of jumped at me. I was going to go with the stuffed bell peppers. That's a good go-to. What I would have personally gotten, Tiffany wouldn't have liked, and so I've got to think about her always when I make these decisions. So I had the bell peppers in my cart, and I started going down the aisle, and I saw tiki masala, these little packets, right? There's chicken and the saucer, and I'm like, ooh, that with some white rice would be perfect. Just gotta pair it with some vegetables. So I put the bell peppers back, grabbed a box of that, started walking down to make the turn, and on the end cap, I see yet another dish. And honestly, the tiki masala would have been my first pick, but again, thinking Tiffany and the kids, safe bet, lasagna. But not just any lasagna, beef and short rib lasagna. Plus, it's not frozen, which means it's not going to take 2 hours to cook. It'll only take 20. So that's what we're going with for dinner tonight. Beef and short rib lasagna. Tiff has got a salad kit she picked up at the store, so we're going to do lasagna and salad. Bryce is working tonight, and Sierra and Jacob have a date night. They're going to dinner and a movie. So it's just Tiff and I. So, yeah. Which is fine, considering that it's 6 p.m. I just got home. Extremely long day. And I think my brother is my brother is still out. He's still driving back. Let's see. Yeah, he's still making his... Where's he at? Oh, I guess he just came through Tonopah. Yeah, he just went through Tonopah. So actually, he's not that far away. He's maybe 20 minutes away. Still, I mean, at this point, it's a 12-hour day. So that sucks. And dinner is served. We have a nice little Italian salad. And of course, lasagna never sticks. It always comes apart when you scoop it. So it's a little mush. But smells amazing. And I had a little bite of the short rib, and it's delicious. Oh man, it's almost 9 p.m. I didn't do anything tonight. Like, granted, I'm not complaining, but you know, a little bit of complaining. It's a long day for everybody, but like, I left the warehouse, had to go pick up something from Shamrock store, deliver a box of cucumbers. I came home real quick just to drop some stuff off, use the restroom, went to Costco, picked up Victoria, dropped Victoria off, got home, made dinner, ate dinner, cleaned up, put orders in, showered, and here we are. And it's about 9 o'clock, so as much as I want to get into New World and just do some little daily tasks, I did the important ones this morning. I'm making a habit now to do the important stuff in the morning. That way things like today, days like today happen where I don't get a chance to get back in. I did the important stuff. Anyway, got a couple of things to add here real quick. He wants a bag of cloves, that's 5 pounds. And this guy said cancel the Roma tomato. Cancel the Roma. No aroma tomato. And add a to-go box. Single compartment. And there we go. I gotta order my potatoes, and I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. And on that note, I will see you tomorrow for Friday.